Winters in East Asia. It's a season of beauty, culture, and sometimes bone-chilling extremes. Today we're diving into the coldest winters in East Asian history, from the frozen tundras of Siberia to unexpected chills in the tropics. Let's explore the stories behind these icy records. When we think of cold winters, Siberia often comes to mind, and for good reason. Siberia is home to the coldest inhabited place on Earth, Muakyan. I hope that's how it's pronounced. In February of 1933, this city had temperatures plummet to minus 67.7 degrees Celsius. That's minus 89.9 degrees Fahrenheit. The city's residents have adapted to these extreme conditions. Cars are kept running all day and all night to prevent engines from freezing, and diets are heavily relied on meat since farming is, well, of course, impossible during the winter. Imagine a world where eyelashes can even freeze in seconds. Now let's travel to Japan, where the island nation has its own history of brutal winters. Of course, we always talk about the sea effect snowfall there, but it also can get extremely cold. And one of the coldest recorded winters occurred in 1902 during the Great Hokkaido Blizzard. Temperatures there dropped to minus 41 degrees Celsius, which actually is the same in Fahrenheit, in Asahikawa. That's one of the tallest mountains there in Hokkaido, making it the coldest temperature ever recorded in Japan. The blizzard devastated communities in Hokkaido, highlighting the resilience of people living in one of Japan's snowiest regions. Today, these cold winters are celebrated with the snow festival, like the famous Sapporo Snow Festival, where the beauty of the winter can be turned into art. I actually stopped by this one time, and absolutely amazing, some of the snow sculptures there during the peak of winter. I highly recommend. Let's move on to the Philippines, where, you associate that country with tropical weather, but occasionally we do get this brutally cold conditions. But the coldest temperature ever recorded on the islands, at least officially, was in Baguio on January 18th, 1961. The temperature got down to 6.3 degrees Celsius. That's about 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I say officially because, of course, the higher peaks around Baguio sometimes get even colder than that, with reports of frost yearly in some of those exceptionally higher elevations. So naturally, the temperature probably getting a little bit closer to 0 degrees. And I do understand this is a far cry from the other temperatures that you see further towards the north, and it's not even below the freezing point. But do remember, anytime you get temperatures in the single digits in the Philippines, a lot of homes are not fully insulated, nor do they have heat. So it's actually into the single digits is a big deal. But this area is known as the summer capital of the Philippines. Baguio's specific high altitude gives it a much cooler climate than the lowlands around the region. Residents, of course, were caught off guard a bit in 1961 when the temperature dipped to those record lows. Even today, Baguio still remains a refuge for those seeking some cooler weather across this tropical nation. So how about the bigger picture? Because these record-breaking winters aren't just weather statistics. They're a reminder of the diversity in climates across East Asia. We always talk about, the cold surges that come in from Siberia and the weather that impacts them there, to the famous sea effect snowfall across Japan, to the Philippines, where on occasion you get a surprising chill. Each story does highlight how people can adapt to these cold extremes. Of course, on this channel, we typically talk about the tropics and what's happening in typhoon country, but it is important to remind you guys that I try my best to cover weather all across East Asia. So if there's anything you would like me to touch on in the forecast or these educational videos, please let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks for watching. And of course, number one thing is please stay safe out there. Do you hate doing your taxes? Do you struggle figuring out what the law is and money management overseas?
I wish there was an easier way.
Well, FrontrunnerFinancial.com is your choice if this falls into your category. They're an international-based group of American accountants. They're based in Manila, and they're qualified to give you the best information where you are for those international finances. I wish I had these guys when I lived in Tokyo. Each year it was a struggle, where I needed to put money, what I needed to do. FrontrunnerFinancial.com. Be sure to check them out and let them know we sent them your way.